Welcome to day 30 of NaPoWriMo and NaPoGenMo. Today we are taking the prompt from the NaPoWriMo.net website where it brings the concept of a cento. And a cento is a poem that takes lines from other poems. So what I decided to do is that I have 5 poems over here. Don't mind the P0, P1. That's just the listing. I realized I skipped some numbers, but hey, I guess that's part of the poem. And what we have here is that it's going to read lines from all these poems. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to recite poems written from these lines. So let me just save. And a couple of these poems two of them come from the previous NaPoWriMo sets. And then we have 3 from written back in 2020. And then we're going to, depending on how the flows of the poems, we're going to try to add more roots to the mix to make it fun. Or dynamic, I should say. So let's run this. So the first cento of the day. What is your day of unwinding, revealing? To encounter your goals? What will be your motivation? That smooth, jazzy feeling. Flowers emerging left and right as the sun calls it a day. Stored in a never storage ending storage that is my core. Okay. Oh, it seems what I have done is I forgot to save the file. So let me just do that right now to make it run. What you're going to see here is just me making sure that all of these files are saved. If they don't have the check mark like this one, they're not going to be saved. So this one is saved. This one is saved, but we're just going to just make sure. Bam. So let's write a new cento. Engulfs on this Sunday, never written like this before, but before then. As today is a day for reset. Guessing this first part of the trip is more than we thought. Poem 3, let's go up. We're still having issues on this being saved. So let's just recopy this. So that runs. Let's see if there's a problem with poem 3, because it seems poem 3 is our issue, and poem 3 is which one? Doesn't seem to be any empty lines. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna restart this whole thing. So I interrupted, and now we're just gonna rerun it. As you see here, we actually have a new one. Now, okay, now it's starting to go full. Sorry about that. Grow and decompress. The more I think, it rottens my core. That are your inner desires, our definition of success. Words loud as we enter the other side of the flip. Which sensations do you want to begin? For this isn't our ceiling, where your inner fire blaze. Guessing this first part of the trip is more than we've taught. That want to reach elevations that are higher. Cruising through the terrain as if it was no one's business. Let's rerun this again. For more and more that are higher of the steps toward, never written like this before, but grows into a form to transmit. What is your day of unwinding, revealing goals and ideas you wish to commit? Or roars loud as we enter the other side of the flip? Just you and your mind to encounter your goals. What will be your motivation? Determining the aspects of the recipe may have been a milliliter. So since the gaps are actually really cool because in some of the poems we have stanzas, so that's why you're seeing gaps. So when you see gaps on the screen, it's really that it actually is reading that poem, but it's reading a gap. And since some poems were heavy on the stanzas, you're seeing gaps. So we're gonna do one more. Let's start on the bottom. We're gonna do one more. What is your day of unwinding, revealing? Never written like this before. To marinate as it washes down the stress. Be careful of the bugs as this road trip. Never written like this before. Your desires are being chased. That smooth, jazzy feeling. When all things consider, waking up to the smell of food. For the vibes, to engage in that level of manifestation, being built over time, more and more, delicious appetizers for dinner. And that is the Cento for today. Probably gonna do a remix of one because this one I actually do enjoy it. I'm probably gonna remix it with more code to fit like the also the NaPoGenMo, the National Poetry Generative Month and Writing Month. So hope y'all enjoy. And as always, you can also check the blog posts for previous poems. You can also check my socials on IG, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube at Illis Preacher. And I hope y'all enjoy.